I'm not trying to sell you on something, I'm trying to inform you on something, just so that when you're in the need, when you're in the market for it, you can go check it out. Let's talk about it. Seven Peaks Fence and Barn. That's my boy Theo right there. He's an anxious little horse. He's not little, he's actually quite large. But he's always moving, he's always kicking. So don't mind him if you hear him kicking the rails. He does it all day. He just kicks the rails all day. I don't know why. Testament to how durable Seven Peaks Fence and Barn 20 by 20 stall kits are. He hasn't made a dent in the fence. As you can see, he scratches himself on the fence. He leans against it. He does a bunch of stupid stuff that horses do. And these panels have zero damage on them. I'll go over there and show you up close here in a minute. But what I have here is two 20 by 20 stall kits with shade kit. And they've been absolutely amazing. So about 2 weeks after I installed them, we got about 55, 60 mile an hour winds. Nothing happened to them. They're still standing here. There's no problems with it. We have two other horses. One's a mini and one's it's a little bigger than a pony. But they've been in there together. The mini loves just pushing her butt against the... She's a problem. But anyway, the stall kits have been really amazing, and I can't stress it how amazing they are. So if you guys don't know this channel, I built my house all by myself, and I'm really into developing this ranch. We have some acreage here, and I want to develop this ranch as nicely as I can, but I also want to capitalize on my skill set. So I'm a contractor. I know how to do things, so I can't stand paying premium dollar for someone else to do something, but I also do know that maybe I don't have the highest quality in expertise when it comes to all the specialties. Like, I'm not a welder. I can weld, but I'm not a welder. And I had thought about and kind of thought about the idea of maybe welding my own fence, but I knew that that product wouldn't come out the way I wanted to come out, so I decided to not do that. And that's when I went online to find, like, are there any better panels than just your typical hollowed out, super cheaply powder coated panels? Like, is there something a little more substantial? I wanted the rust look, I wanted the real steel, and I found Seven Peaks Fence and Barn, and they just so happened to be a couple hours away from me here in Texas. And so I ordered two 20 by 20 stall kits. It showed up, I don't know, the following week. We unloaded it. It was just a stack of panels, a couple boxes of hardware. If you guys haven't seen the install video, I'll link it below. But I installed it in about a day. I started in the evening one day and I finished it in the morning and the next day. It was super easy, super straightforward. I have a whole video on how I installed it. And since then, it's been amazing. I've done some tweaks as I've put it together. I've extended one side. I've driven in some posts into the ground. I've changed because it kind of comes up on the hill here. So I've adjusted it so that it works well with that. It's so versatile. You get the look of a substantial in-ground fence with the ability to actually move it. So we're going to be building a barn, maybe a couple acres that way. And if I want to, I can actually fold this whole thing up and put it on a flatbed and drive it right over there and install it over there if I want to. I'm probably going to leave this here. This is going to be the section for maybe our new horses because it has a round pen right there. But overall, it's substantial. It's there. It's never going anywhere if you don't want it to. But if plans change, you might have, you know, a couple posts in the ground that you might have to wiggle out of there, or you might just have to cut off and leave. But overall, all the fence can be picked up and moved, which is an awesome thing for me because this is a ground level ranch. We're just starting. We don't have the entire layout. So it's nice to be able to have a company like Seven Peaks where I can go on there, I can order fencing, but if the plan and the layout changes or we get more horses or we start doing a different type of discipline, it can all morph with it. And then as things start getting solidified, the fence just stays there and it'll be there forever and it's quality. So I highly recommend going and checking out Seven Peaks Fence and Barn. Obviously, I'm going to continue to give you guys updates as I use this. I've had it for a few months now, and in a year I'll have updates. In 2 years I'll have updates. This is my ranch. This is where I live. Constantly updating people on things that I've mentioned. I'm not trying to sell you on something. I'm trying to inform you on something, just so that when you're in the need, when you're in the market for it, you can go check it out. You don't got to look at it now, but just keep it in the back of your mind. If you want to save money and get high quality, good looking fence, I would highly recommend this. It is able to be powder coated, so if you do want to go with a black fence, a couple of our neighbors did black fence, you can powder coat it. I don't personally recommend powder coating fence just because I've seen it fail more than I've seen it not fail. And then you have a bunch of chippy anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. But overall, guys, this is the Seven Peaks Fence and Barn 20 by 20 with shade kit. Absolutely amazing. We'll call this one good.